The Osun Governorship election scheduled for August 15th has become one of Nigeria's most closely watched contests. 14 candidates are officially on the ballot, but the race has increasingly narrowed into a fierce three-way battle between incumbent Governor Ademola Adeleke of the Accord Party, Bola Oyebamiji of the All Progressives Congress, and Najim Salam of the ADC. Now, the real issue isn't just who has the loudest campaign or the biggest rallies. It's who can translate visibility and political structures into actual votes on election day. Will the crowded field fragment the vote enough to surprise us, or has the contest already crystallized into a straight three-way fight? We'll unpack all of this on tonight's show. Of course, I have my guests who are already on standby. I have with me, of course, to discuss this evening, Abosede Busayo Oluwaseun is the spokesperson for the Osun ADC. I also have Okiki Adeniran is a senior partner. Fotis and Lots LP is with me here in the studio, and Saka Waheed is a rights activist. Of course, gentlemen, thank you for your time. It's great having you on the program this evening. Let me first start with you, Mr. Abosede Busayo Oluwaseun. I mean, as spokesperson for the Osun ADC. Interestingly, yesterday we saw the big campaign, organized by your party, the ADC. We saw former Governor Ralph Aregbesola. We saw former Senator Dino Melaye. It was all pomp and pageantry. It was pretty much loud. But Nigerians are asking, I mean, is that really enough to, is it a true reflection of, well, I say, the mind of the residents or the people of Osun State?
Whether it is the true reflection of the mind of Osun State or not, August 15th can judge. But we know for sure that Osun people came out. The crowd you saw yesterday, in their thousands, several thousands, they were not rented. They were there on their own volition since around 10 a.m. in the morning. They have been there, they have been waiting until around 4, 5 p.m. that we are 2 in the morning, in the evening. And from Osun, that's the route, Atiku Abubakar, David Mark, and Co. They came in through Ilesha Akure Airport. So front way from Osun, those that are used, that are familiar with Osogbo knows what I'm talking about. Through Ariyepe Garage, Ilesha, length and breadth of Osogbo, people are waving, they were hailing Ogbeni and Atiku by the roadside. And as he said yesterday, Atiku said something yesterday, that this is the 4th time that he's standing on this podium to address the people of Osun. And in those instances, Osun has not let him down. He has been there for his own presidency, they voted him. He was there for the incumbent governor. When he came to come and campaign for him, they voted him. So blah, 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 blah. He's here again now. Is appealing to the people. People came out to meet him. They came out to meet Ogbeni Ralph Aregbesola. People believed in us. They believe in what we are doing.
All right, thank you.
The one that are rooted with.
All right, people. Thank you very much. We'll definitely come back to that conversation, Mr. Okiki Adeniran, senior partner at Fotis and Lots LP. It's great to have you this evening.
Yeah.
I mean, with everything that you've seen so far in Osun State, the build up to this governorship election, on this show, particularly for like 2 to 3 weeks, we've been on the conversation, and one issue that keeps coming up concurrently is issues around security, right? So I just want to ask you, from what you've observed, what would you say? Do you see challenges? Do you see a situation whereby this election would be a smooth sail? Do you have reservations?
Well, I have reservations, actually. I have reservations about the security system. Now, if you look at it, even a month or 2 months ago, right, there's been a lot of complaints from different corners. I'm not so sure if you're aware, a particular point in time, right, the Accord Party, kept mentioning and kept talking about the fact that there's been the political atmosphere, I mean the security atmosphere, has been tensed and has been colored with influence from the outside, to the extent that certain persons are being killed, right? And I've seen videos, and I can say that I've seen videos online. I've heard a lot of things. Today, I still heard someone talking about the fact that on Saturday she's going to bring out her gun. It's a viral video that's gone viral. And, the question that begs one answer is that what is really happening? Why are they fighting so much? You're going to be governing a lot of people. Now, why do you want to, at the same time, scare the same people from voting and, doing the right thing and, coming out on that day to perform their civic responsibility? Is it that you feel that if that is done fairly, a particular candidate will probably not win? So these are the questions, that comes to my own mind, that at this point in time and at this time in Nigeria, we shouldn't be having this kind of crude way of conducting an election. It should be something that is very civil, and everyone goes out, we vote, and then let it be counted and let the vote count.
Do you think this, before we go on our first break, do you think with everything that is happening,
yes,
do you think this particular election will be peculiar, given the previous elections we've seen in that state?
Well, I feel that this particular election, there's been a lot of attention, right? And it will be peculiar. And why it will be peculiar is because there are two parties, right? I know there are a lot of candidates.
Yeah, there are 14 candidates.
14 candidates. There are two, well, let's say three candidates that, we can narrow down and say these parties have been, in a way, be at the forefront. The ADC, Accord, and then the APC. And, the last election was just between two parties, between the PDP and the APC. Now, what we have right now is we have three parties, and these three parties, they have different influential people, right? Even from, past administrations. We've just heard about the ADC. They had their rally, and Atiku was there, Ogbeni was there, he was the former governor. And, and then we have the APC, where we have the former governor, also, Oyetola, who is also, a backbone in that party. We have the, incumbent, right, the Accord party. Now, it will be peculiar because before now, there used to be let's say, consensus, meeting of minds regarding the election, in the sense that you could see Ogbeni Rauf at a particular point in time together with the APC, right? And then, probably a meeting of mind that would probably sustain or help the election. When Oyetola was going to get into, the seat, come on board, it was Ogbeni Rauf that was empowered as at that time, right? And, although there was a lot of, cracks and all those things, but there was still an influence from him, that helped Oyetola to win. But now, in this case, last election was the Accord Party candidate, now the incumbent governor. And in fact, the support of Ogbeni Rauf, if you can remember, at that particular time. And that really helped the Accord Party candidate right now, as at that time when it was in PDP. But now we have it has been splitted. The chances are that the votes will be split. It will be in a particular way that you have the votes being split between the three of them, major parties.
The major parties, that's the three of them.
Yeah, three of them. Major parties, and in fact, because the three of them, like I mentioned, they have influential people backing them. And in fact, they were once in government. They have their people.
We'll definitely come back to that. Yeah. Let's go on our first break. When we return, I'll be bringing into the conversation Saka Waheed, is a rights activist, to speak on this matter, particularly the role of key actors in this election. Stay with us, we'll be right back. You're still watching Politics HQ on News Central Television, and we're looking at matters arising, in lieu of the governorship elections in Osun State. Of course, the political atmosphere is at top gear, and everyone is ready to head to the polls on August 15th. Well, joining the conversation right now is Kola Olabisi, is the APC Director of Media and Information, Osun State. Good evening, sir. Thank you for your time, Mr. Olabisi. Let me get straight to it. The All Progressives Congress, the APC, of course, is one of the key parties in this race. The ruling party, the Accord Party, has raised a lot of issues as regards your party, particularly when it comes to security. They've accused your party of influencing, for instance, the activities of security agencies like the police in the state, and also being responsible for many of the violent issues that have happened around the state. How do you respond to this?
Thank you. And good evening to everybody in the studio over there. And good evening to Nigerians Good evening to wherever we are being heard or wherever people are listening to us all over the globe. To your question, it is not yet true that our party, the APC, so has been influencing the police to the detriment of the ruling government in the state. As far as I know, according to the Constitution, a governor is the chief security officer of his state. So how come? I is just a political association. We are not working under the police, and the police are not under us. So that sort of allegation is frivolous. It should be discountenanced. It's diversionary. They are only those who are peddling such a allegation. They are saying that in order to lay a very good foundation for their imminent defeat or the imminent loss of their party and candidate. So in Saturday's election. So because everything is against all odds, against the Accord party governorship candidate.
You say that all of it seems to be an allegation without substance. But I mean, an APC senator, Francis Fadaunsi, there's a viral video going around where it was, allegedly had calling for the killing of Accord party members, even though he has said it's taken out of context. I mean, this is election, right?
I know you are current. So there is nothing that one cannot be influenced. You understand? Anything can be done without, if you hear from him, yeah, live and direct. It's quite different from that. So we are in this, it's not peculiar to Nigeria. It's a global thing with this social media thing. So have you...
Sorry, sorry, sir, please hold on. Are you saying that video, because we need to be clear on this, are you saying that video was doctored?
Don't distort my thoughts.
No, I'm not distorting. We just want clarity, sir. Are you saying that video is AI? Was it distorted?
What I'm saying is that I know you are current as a newsman. And did you hear that three members of our party were killed in Malaysia yesterday?
Sir, you seem to deflect from my question. My question is, a serving senator, APC senator, is seen in a viral video saying that Accord leader should be killed. Sir, what is your reaction to this? You are saying the APC is not responsible for, stoking violence in the state. So can you please help Nigerians make sense of this?
Our party, Chief Adansi is a chieftain of our party. Is a respected member, chieftain of our party. So, and I make bold to say that he cannot say that.
Hello, sir.
He cannot. Yes, I'm listening to you. Senator.
Okay, Mr. Olabisi, I'm sorry to interrupt your line of thought. Maybe we should listen to the video, right? Yeah. I will translate. Interestingly, I'm from Osun State too. I will translate, and then we would, of course, pick it up from there.
So, àti wá sọ fún yín títí dọjọ́ ìbò tí a bá rí wọn pa ni o.
All right, so just to put in context, what he said that, he talked about their uniform, saying their cap, is funny and miserable that even to the point of, to the day of voting, anywhere you see an Accord member, you take him out. You unalive them. And of course, I want to believe that Nigerians who understand Yoruba, who watch that, would say that wasn't in any way filtered or taken out of context. So I want you to help us make sense of this, right? You are saying the APC in Osun State is a party of peace, but this is a senator of your party saying, kill members of Accord. Are you saying that video is AI, or what is your reaction, sir?
Yeah, unfortunately, I am not privy to the video you are talking about, and I didn't hear it.
You are not privy to this video?
The realm of speculation. So, if you can get Chief Fadansi himself about Senator Fadansi, so it is better. You understand?
Okay, but you agree he's a member of your party, the APC?
He's a chieftain of a party, respected member, chieftain of a party. So that is it.
All right. Let's move away from that and talk about other issues, in lieu of this election. What exactly is the strategy, of the APC? Because there are issues that are being raised. There's security. There's also intimidation here. As a party, are you experiencing any of this?
Who is intimidating who? You didn't tell me. Who is intimidating who?
For instance, the ruling party has accused the APC of using federal might. And the influence of former Governor Oyetola?
I've answered that question. That the ruling party is only laying a solid foundation for its imminent failure. So in the or loss. So in the forthcoming election, governorship election on Saturday. So how can somebody, they say former Governor Oyetola, now Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, is influencing did I hear you say the police or the securities? To the best of my knowledge, the police is not under his watch. So it's not in any position to influence the police. So that accusation is misplaced. So it's the diversionary.
All right.
It should be discountenanced.
All right. Mr. Kola Olabisi, I'll leave you for a moment, please.
I don't know if you know the man called Oyetola. If you put ice block in his mouth, it cannot melt. Yes.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Olabisi. I'll leave you for a moment. Let me bring into the conversation Saka Waheed. He's a public affairs analyst and also a civil rights activist. In case you have anything to react to, please, the floor is yours. But I'd also like you to speak on the role of the parties in this election. And I'm talking about politicians, INEC, the security agencies, and finally the voters. Let's start with the politicians and INEC. Looking at everything, the level of preparation, all of the politics and politicking happening in the state, what would you say you've observed?
I've observed that none of the leading political party is actually speaking to issues that affect our people directly. They concern the issue of education, health, and infrastructures. They have not been able to speak to the people when they have the opportunity. They are either gaslighting their issue or ignoring the people's concern. Now, whatever crisis that we are experiencing in Osun today, none of it is new to some of us, that we have been following the trajectory of our democracy in Osun since 1999. It has always been a keenly contested election and associated with violence, because all of them that can claim to be peace lovers, peaceful, but they know what they are doing behind the scene. When there is no camera And when people are not watching, they know how they armed thugs, they know how they harmed cultists, they know how they harmed ordinary people to foment violence before, during, and after election. And historically, the killing during this particular electionary process is unprecedented in the history of Osun. And that is why court-related killing has joined to political killing and is giving our state a different image from the erudite, scholarly, and intelligent states among the community of states in Nigeria. The bottom line is they are campaigning, all of them are campaigning the way they know it. Some do door to door, some month rows from, to say this is what they want to do without necessarily allowing people to scrutinize their policies and programs. So for me, Osun is going to election divided across political line. And at the end of the day, whether it's non-violence, violence, or whatever, we will have a governor by Sunday. That our people were unable to scrutinize whether as sitting governor or as intended governor among the contestants. So for me, our people are going to the election blindfolded.
All right.
Emotion will take precedence over reason on Saturday. And don't forget, there is vote buying lurking around. And the leading political party know how they do their vote buying. Some before the election, some during the election, and some will pay after the election. So they know what they are doing, and we need security to monitor vote buying very seriously.
All right, thank you very much.
That is that on the politician.
Okay. Can you respond for that of, okay, I'll come back to you, but just give me some time to, of course, bring Oluwaseun back into the conversation, the spokesperson for the Osun ADC. Mr. Oluwaseun, I believe you're still there. My question is pretty much simple.
I'm here with you.
Yes, the ruling party in the state, Accord Party, the current government has raised concerns, ahead of this election. As a party, do you also have reservations? Do you have concerns? Are you comfortable with the security arrangement?
No, we couldn't have been comfortable when the people we are meant to govern are being killed on a daily basis. If you look at it, our campaign, and that is why I disagree with my respected leader, Waheed, who said that the political parties in Osun has not been raising issues. We agree with me, and everybody will agree with me, we are the only party that have been speaking to the press from time to time, speaking to issues who are not caught in the web of political killings, thuggery, intimidation, or any form of violence. Our campaigns and our rallies, our movement has been issue-based, what we are going to do from agriculture to electricity to this and that. So to the questions that you raised, no, we are not comfortable. People are dying on a daily basis. If police gave you their official account that 35 people have been killed already, that's before yesterday and today. So already, as you have it, over 40 people have been killed in Osun and court-related political violence. It saddens our heart. Who knows when this is going to stop? And these are the people who want to govern. We say no to this. We are not confident with this. We are not happy with this. And it is going to bring voter apathy. And those that are doing it know what they are doing. It's just an attempt to intimidate voters to come out to vote on the election days. And that's why you see this death and counter death, this killing and counter killing. You keep my member today, they kill theirs tomorrow. Leaving issues and discussions aside. But as far as we are concerned, the good people of Osun knows who are the perpetrators of this violence, who are killing who and why they are killing themselves. As for us, we stand with the people. We bring you promises of security.
All right, thank you.
When people will not be kidnapped.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Oluwaseun. Let me come back to you, Mr. Olabisi. Mr. Olabisi, please. Now, my question to you has to do with the former governor of Osun State, Governor Ralph Aregbesola, who, of course, has parted ways with the All Progressives Congress and is now with the ADC. He was around pretty much yesterday with other key members of the ADC to campaign for their candidate, which is Najim Salam. Now, many speculators or political observers are saying that, look, this might not be in the interest of your party, the APC, in the state, given the fact that we know that the former governor, Ralph Aregbesola, has a substantial following, particularly within the APC in the state, while he was still a member of your party. Now that he has left the party, we might just have a situation whereby your party might need to split votes. And this is speculative anyway, with the ADC. Do you think that yesterday's campaign has given you in any way sleepless nights as a political party in the state?
Yeah. Before I answer that question, so let me correct a notion or misconception on the part of the analyst. I don't know how much of Osun he knows. He may be from Osun, he may not be living in Osun. In 2020, it is on record, and that in 2022, before the 2022 election, during the election, no fewer than 30 of our members of APC and supporters, they were killed by the PDP hoodlums. So out of which the Geshaland had the highest chunk of it. 17 of them were from the Geshaland. So they were killed by the PDP chieftains. And Governor Adeleke contested under PDP that time. So it is not correct to say that what is happening is unprecedented. So Governor Adeleke, it will not be a parabolic expression to state that Governor Adeleke and all other political functionaries, elected political functionaries, they stepped on the blood of our members to the government house, to the Bolage house in Abere. That's the seat of power in the state. So it is not correct to say that it is unprecedented. Then again, he also said that the candidates, they have not been treating issues in their campaign. That is not correct. I don't know whether, I cannot speak for other parties, political parties. There are parties where we have Asiwaju Munirudin Bola Oyebanji, popularly known as Ambo, as a governorship candidate. Even today, it is on record that they featured in a national television program for 1.5 hours. And he stated all his programs. And he has been doing that. It is on record that he traversed all the 30 local government councils and one area office we have in the state 3 times since he started this project. So it is not correct that our candidate has not been stating what he has for the people of the state.
All right.
So
you've not still answered my question on the involvement of former Governor Ralph Aregbesola. Do you think that his involvement in this particular election, supporting the candidate of the ADC, would give your party a bloody nose?
This is how we answer that question. Former Governor Oluwaseun he was a governor of this state under the PDP, and he was in PDP, or in the state in the PDP. Alhaji Fatai Akinbade, former secretary to the state government, a strong member of the PDP. Then we have another staunch member of the PDP, chieftain of the PDP from Oshogbo, Oladipo, Alhaji Oladipo. So they aligned, they gave us their awards. That was about 3 days ago. That in an alliance, that they are aligning with our party.
All right.
They are not joining our party. That all their supporters, all the members of PDP in the state, so they are going to vote for Ambo on Saturday. So that is to say, they are the fathers. What I'm talking about in a way. They are the owners of the party in the state of the PDP. So what I'm saying is that Governor Adeleke, who is also seeking for a re-election under the relatively unknown Accord Party, so has no luxury of what our candidate has. You know, the platform of the PDP together with the platform of APC.
All right.
Accord doesn't have any structure all over the state.
All right.
So it has been the candidate is depending on PDP structure, and his PDP structure has been removed, from his from him.
All right. Thank you.
What I'm saying is that former Governor Adegbesola's involvement or campaigning for any party against a party, so it's not nothing to worry about. It doesn't move us and cannot affect our party in any way.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Let me leave you for a moment and come back to the studio here. Okiki Adeniran, maybe you'd like to speak on some of the things that have been said, but I mean, in just 30 seconds or 60 max, with everything that, is happening right now in Osun State, the role of the parties, the role of INEC, the role of the security, the role of voters, do you see this in any way affecting the tempo of or voter behavior on Saturday? Do you see this in any way impacting on it?
Well, I see it impacting on it, actually. And the reason why I'm saying this is because, I'd mentioned before that the security atmosphere has been very tense, just like the reporter also, discussed and said in the news. If you know that if you're going to step out, there's a tendency that you're probably injured or you're chased or something, wrong will probably happen. You probably want to stay at home and not go out. And, part of what has been discussed, over time, that all this insecurity, killing people and, doing a lot of things that, that can intimidate people are just being done so that, a lot of people probably not come out on that day, right? For me, I believe that in an election and in a good democracy, what we should look at is the people and ensure that these people select or elect their leaders, not victimization, not intimidation, not trying to bully people to vote a particular candidate or to, not even come out. I'll tell you for a fact. Now, if these people do not come out, right, what then happen? What happens will probably be that, there will be a particular way that maybe the result can probably be overturned, or probably some other things can be done, because people are not outside to vote. And you probably, want to, give it the best shot. So I'll say that from INEC to security agencies to all the political parties, they are not people-centered. There's been indications that all we want to see is just to see one person emerge on that day. But what about the people? What about the people you are governing? What about the people that you are even fighting for that position for, right? So if you are fighting for a particular position, the reason why you're fighting is to lead these people, and you are killing the same people you want to lead, then where's the human part of it, right? So I'll say that typically, and just to have a clear picture of it, the election is not people-centered. It is, in a way, I'll probably say it's been done in a selfish way, just to have one person, get to that seat and govern the people. Probably govern the people for good reasons, but if it is for good reason, I believe that there won't be an action, to even unalive people that you want to even lead.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. How about you, Mr. Saka Waheed, in 30 seconds?
The issue of whether people will not come out to vote is not even out of it, because depending on the perception of anybody looking at it, for me, I know how people still come out on election day, because there is demography of the killings, and there are people monitoring that too. The demography of the killing has always been among the people associated with political party, among the so-called thugs working with various political party and courts working with them. So, and the mobilization of each political party, they know how to do it. They will still mobilize our people. And also it's different from any of the other states. Almost everybody in also is partisan. So, and the mobilization is centered around those who will go and vote. So it will be a keenly contested election. And until this morning, that all the leading political party went to the Arise town hall meeting, they are not available for discussion. People are speaking on their behalf, including NDC. They are speaking on their behalf with various fora. So for me, I can tell you for a fact that people are consciously uninformed going to this election. That's my opinion. I may be wrong, but that I know for a fact that we have not been able to scrutinize them. Even the city governor, we have not been able to question his project and programs. We have not been able to question meaningfully what he has been doing the past 3.5 years. So a lot of things is going on in the state, but we'll have Saturday will come and go, and we'll have a governor. So let everybody search their conscience. Is it the democracy that we fought for?
All right. I mean,
if this is how we want to play it, that is not too good for democracy.
All right. That's a big question there that you ask, and I would go on a quick break. When we return, of course, we will continue. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Of course, you're still watching Politics HQ. We have just a few minutes left. But before I go, I'm coming straight to you, Mr. Olabisi. Mr. Olabisi, in 30 seconds, what is your message as, of course, not just a member of the APC, but on behalf of the APC, to the current governor of Osun State, Governor Ademola Adeleke, and the Accord Party, in 30 seconds, in lieu of this election?
I'm a chief. I want to enjoy very good Nigerians to help us plead with Governor Adeleke, so the executive governor of the state today, to make the government house, not to have all the adding criminals in the government house, because it is on record that all these political hoodlums who have been killing and maiming people in the state, so they are being kept in the government house. Government house, the sanctity of the government house should not be broken. So it should remain the government house. It is only in Osun State that
Mr. Olabisi, you said that harboring criminals in the government house. Do you have concrete proof of this?
Exactly. Even when the Inspector General of Police, when he came for a working visit about 3 weeks ago, so he stated the same thing, that he was keeping the criminals in the government house. And that is what he has been even empowering criminals. He gave them juicy positions. That's why all the criminals all over the country. So they have a refuge in Osun.
Mr. Olabisi, I'm afraid this is the big time we'll permit tonight. I'd like to say a big thank you to all of my guests this evening. Abosede, Busayo, Oluwaseun, spokesperson, Osun ADC. Okiki Adeniran is a political analyst. Of course, thank you so much for your time. Saka Waheed, also a public affairs analyst. It's been great having you. Kola Olabisi, APC Director of Media and Information, Osun State. Gentlemen, thank you once again. Well, this is the big time we'll permit tonight. In case you missed out, you can catch up on our YouTube platform. That's at News Central TV. You can also choose to follow us on social media. The handle is there on your screen. You can choose to follow me personally at Dakpo Adeboye.